Hey guys, welcome back. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've been uploading a video. I got sick for a while and then just, well, work got really crazy and stressful for a bit too, so really just, I hadn't really felt up to making anything more than those, like, little update videos with the Shadowverse. Which, by the way, I'd really like some input on what you guys would like. In fact, this video I'm making right now is because of input you guys made to do the extras tag, the omake. So let's see what we have here. In here we have the afterword, which I think is like pretty much like, you know, just I'm saying, like, thank you for reading, this is what we did. So we'll do that first, and then we'll do the after EP, and then maybe even look at the cinema, see what that is. I think those are like the little scenes in between, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyhow, let's start with the afterwards first, shall we? Alright, let's jump in. Thank you so much for buying and playing through Love at First Sight. Hitome Bore. This is supposed to be an afterword, but since my thoughts about the visual novel and the story of its production and stuff are pretty much covered in the extras you unlocked after you cleared the game, which we haven't read yet, so maybe I did this out of order, we'll see. I don't really have anything important to say here. I guess this is just going to be my last word to you, if you don't mind listening. I first created the heroine of our story, Usui Sachi, about 2 years ago. This all began as a few illustrations I posted on Pixiv, as a mock-up of a game. I've been living in America for about 6 years now, and I return to Japan once every 3 years or so. My next return lined up with Kamitia. So my first time participating in the event as a creator was going to be Kamitia 107, and I had planned on selling this game there. By the way, if you're wondering why I chose to publish this game as a game instead of a doujinshi, that's because it's not nearly as easy to print or own doujinshi in America as it is in Japan. It's not easy at all, in fact. Plus, printing a book in color is expensive, and since I've drawn manga before, I didn't know if it would actually sell. I had a bunch of leftover DVDs, and since I figured that if I made a game, I could burn them all onto the DVDs myself, so basically, I decided on making a game because that's what was cheap and convenient for me. To be honest, I thought to myself many times along the way that maybe drawing a manga would be easier. A game needs a story and music, on top of programming the actual game. I really ended up paying for my selfish decision. I didn't start working on the game until about 2 months before Kamitia. And I almost didn't make it to the deadline. I did most of the work myself, but I worked together with Kyo1110 on the music. Aside from the tracks Missing Love, Hopping Steps, and Lazyhead, Kyo1110, I don't know which one is better. Either one I think works, whatever. Did all the tracks for me on a MIDI keyboard on his computer. I helped out here and there. There probably wouldn't have been as many tracks as there are if I had tried to do it alone. And I don't think the music would have turned out as well as it did. I really owe Kyo1110 a lot. Since I tried to do this in such a short amount of time, everything came out worse than what I had planned. Although I'm not trying to make excuses for the quality of the game. I wanted to implement more than one route. And I also wanted a bunch of events to happen throughout the game so everyone would experience a unique story. It turned out that all I had time for was a visual novel with one path. All you can do in this story is Wusachi, and there's not really much of an overarching theme. I feel like it ended up being pretty flimsy. There will probably be a lot of scenes where players start thinking things like, shouldn't this scene have more art to go with it? Or, this looks rushed. And I think I'd agree with them. I didn't have enough time. If I had just one more month, I could have added more art or fixed parts of the game. Fixed parts of the story I didn't like. And I thought about releasing a patch to do all that. I think that the things I ended up cutting for time might have been interesting, and I'd like to try adding them in again. Though, don't count on me fixing this version. At the very least, I was able to learn a lot and have fun working on this game. If I ever try making another game, I think I can make it better than this one. The next one will have a lot more stuff, but I also want to try making a more game-like game. Like a game where you wander around a labyrinth in an unknown world. I mean, I'm not even sure there is going to be a next one, and I'm going to take a break from making games for now. It really takes a lot out of me. It really takes a lot out of you. Ultimately, I've got a lot of regrets surrounding this game since it doesn't even come close to the vision I had for it. But I've always planned to make a game with the character Usui Sachi. And finally, doing that feels very rewarding. Once again, I want to thank you. Once again, I want to thank Yo. 110. Sorry. I still don't know which one to go with. If any of you know how we actually prefer for it to be said, just tell me and I'll do it that way. I'm sure it's actually in Japanese, the original one, but anyhow, whatever. For taking part in this visual novel's development. And I want to thank you all. You and all the other players. Finally, I'm very grateful to all those who helped out Sachan, Usui Sachi, from before the game's development and onward. I'm truly grateful to you all. Alright, so before I move on to the After EP, I kind of just want to address that. First of all, would I have loved extra parts where you could choose and stuff like that? So if you do decide to make an extra one, totally go for it. Do it. I'd buy it in a heartbeat. As for this game, though, as a whole, I think it was well done. It plays out like a kinetic novel than a visual novel, as there's not really choices to make. However, I would still say I really do love it the way it was made. It's a great story, and I would definitely say continue making games, and especially if you do have the time next time, make some with maybe some additional choices. I know that takes more time and more effort, but I think it would definitely be rewarding. You have a great skill, great talent, and if there are other games already released, because I know I'm playing this a little bit later, please, guys, put them in the comments below, and I can check them out. Look to play those and see exactly where we can go from here. Anyhow, let's try the After EPs now. I think we'll do them in order here. If we don't have enough time to do them all in one video, I don't know how long they are exactly. So we'll start from the top and then go all the way to the bottom. Alright, let's start off with Family Talk. And I do apologize, guys. It has been a while since I've read it, so if I don't do the voices the same way I did the first time, do forgive me. It's late in the afternoon. Sachi should be home from school soon. I think these are her thoughts, so maybe I should do it. Again, I don't remember what voice I used for her, though. Sachi's wounds seem to have healed quite a bit lately, and she doesn't seem to be getting any more. I'm sure it's because Mamoru-kun has been protecting her, and I've been trying harder than ever before to have conversations with her while she's home. However, she rarely talks about school or her studies when we're together. She mainly talks about Mamoru-kun and her new friends. Having said that, I'm usually the one who initiates conversation. She still doesn't try to talk with me on her own. Perhaps it's because she thinks I'm disinterested, since I often reply only with simple nods or other kinds of small affirmations. I cannot let this continue. I am Sachi's guardian. I must be there to support her when she needs me to. I have not yet told her what's really on my mind, but it is something I must do. Besides, there are many other reasons why we need to be able to talk to each other. I thought it through last night and decided that today is a day that I will talk to Sachi about this. To that end, I have been waiting by the doorway for her to come home for nearly an hour. I was thinking about how to approach her while I waited, but I still don't have a solution. It's childish of me to be so apprehensive, but even so, I have to talk to her. If I do not, I'm sure that our relationship will never change. I'm still mulling over when Sachi and Mamoru finally come into view. I have no more time to decide. The most important things are that I tell her how I feel, and that I hear how she feels. I'm sure it will be a step in the right direction, even if it's only a small step. Good afternoon. Oh, sorry, that's my move. Good afternoon, Mamoru-kun. Welcome home, Sachi. Hello, Mayumi-san. Hello, Aunt Mayumi. Is something wrong? I just wanted to speak with you for a moment, Sachi. You do? I should get going. See you tomorrow, Sachi. Oh, yeah. See you tomorrow. Mamoru-kun, being the considerate young man that he is, makes his exit. So, what did you want to talk about? You see, what I really want to talk about, well, you'll probably think it's silly, but I've been thinking for quite some time. Will you hear me out? Yes, of course. I wonder if she has an idea of what I'm about to say, just by the serious expression I'm wearing. I am talking to her now, just as I planned. I must have confidence. Thank you. Of course. The truth is that I'd like you to stop calling me Aunt Mayumi. Okay? What? I know I'm not as young as I once was, but I'd like to think that I'm still not that old. But, of course, when you call me your aunt, it makes me feel very old. I'm still only in my 20s, so could you at least call me Mayumi-san instead? Okay, Mayumi-san? Thank you. Do you have anything you want to say to me? Anything you want to ask me? Me? Is that all you wanted to say? Mayumi-san? I did, but don't worry about that. There's nothing you want to say. There must be something you want me to hear. Well, it's kinda hard to think of anything when you put me on the spot like that. I see. Well, if you do have anything you ever want to tell me, please, don't be afraid to. Okay. Finally. That was the first time I've ever told her how I truly feel. The first time I've ever been able to say what I wanted to tell her for so long. I did everything I needed to. Overall, it was not a bad performance, I'd say. Well, I suppose we should go ahead inside. Right. I think this is the first time I've ever seen Mayumi-san smile. So, I do apologize for the accent or the voice kind of flowing in and out. First of all, I'm terrible at female voices. Obviously, my voice is not in that kind of range where it's well suited for that. And I'm just not very good at that. However, to clarify one thing, the whole not wanting to be called aunt thing. See, in America, that's normal to call your aunt. It's just what you do. But in Japan, it's oba-san, which can also it's very close to the way to say, like, old lady. So it sounds like you're calling someone old when you call them oba-san. So that's why she says that. That's kind of where that comes from there. Again, I do apologize for my voice going in and out there. Looks like the next one will be a little difficult for me too, being Girls Talk. Let's see if... I'm pretty sure I know who's going to be in it, and let's see if I can actually remember how to do her voice. Akemi-senpai? I've never seen you looking so depressed. What's wrong? Nothing. It's just... I can't believe Rui-chan is actually changing schools. Sadakawa-san? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to bring her up in front of you. No, it's okay. Were you friends with Sadakawa-san, Akemi-senpai? I wouldn't go that far. We just went to the same middle school, and I fought her this one time. You fought her? Wait, didn't you have another fight with her the day you went chasing after her? I remember you got really hurt. How are you feeling now? Don't underestimate me. I'm pretty much got away without a scratch. Tomoyori-senpai told me you did get hurt, though. Well, I mean, physically. It was a huge shock to learn she actually left, you know. I really wanted to talk to her. I really wanted to talk her out of leaving, but yeah. We ended up fighting in the end. I was a little surprised when I heard that. I didn't think you would be able to be the kind to get in a fight. Well, I'm almost perfect, but I do have some flaws, Sa-chan. Well, sorry to underestimate your almost perfect nature. Oh my. You really are amazing. When you're serious, though, Akemi-senpai. I've heard you're a surprisingly good athlete. You get good grades, too. Sa-chan! Surprisingly, when I'm serious? What's that supposed to mean? Huh? No, I mean, I admire you. I didn't mean anything weird by that. I was just repeating what Mamoru-senpai told me. Sa-chan, you really mean it? That makes your big sis so happy. You're much sweeter than those other two. Anything I can do to repay you for what you've done? Sa-chan! I don't want to hear you say anything like that. You don't owe me anything at all. Well, I hear you get good grades, too. But you're not a very athletic person, right? Yeah, I'm not really cut out for physical activity. Don't say that! Oh, I know. Why don't you join some club activities? How about the ballet club? I can help you get started. Huh? Sorry, No? Well, I can't force you to do anything after all. Like I said, physical things are... I mean, You don't... If I join a club, I won't be able to go home with Mamoru-senpai after school anymore. Oh my! What a lovey-dovey couple you two are! You really do love each other, don't you? Yes, Mamoru-senpai is nice to me. You're the only one Ma-kun is nice to. He doesn't treat me even half as well as he treats you. But you two seem to have a great relationship. Or at least, I think you do. To be honest, I feel a little jealous sometimes. Jealous? Are you a masochist, Sa-chan? So you want Ma-kun to bully you then? Sorry, that one was just too great. That's not what I meant. Oh? Now I'm the one bullying Sa-chan. you excited about that? I'm only joking. It's just cute that you're so embarrassed about the fact that you and Makun have such a sweet relationship. Oh. And no matter how much I meddle in your relationship, you always seem to be so happy. Usually, you never deny what I'm saying, even if it's totally wrong. You never get flustered or embarrassed no matter how much I try, and so I always feel like I'm losing to you somehow. I didn't mean to make you feel like that. Well, I guess that's just the reality of you two being a couple. Anyway, you guys aren't having trouble with your relationship, are you? Right? Sorry, she said right. People got on to me for my saying things wrong before. I just read what I think ahead of time. It's a problem I have. And especially after I don't do it for a while, because I normally get in a habit of correcting it after a while, but when I first get back into it, I do it, alright? It's just something that happens. Trouble? Not really. Well, I mean... Oh? Are you sure? It's nothing big, but... What is it? What is it? Come on. Tell your big sis. Senpai hasn't been as affectionate lately. Is that all? Come on! There must be something else. What? But are you two always clinging to each other? But we've only really been holding hands. A high school couple who's always holding hands seems like a good couple to me. What more do you want? Maybe if he, rubbed my hand? Or my forehead more? That's the kind of affection you mean? Sorry, totally, but like, wow, that was so bad. Yes, like, when he used to touch my scars, I still have some, but... Huh? What do you mean? I mean, he used to, you know, rub the scars on my hand and forehead. He doesn't do it anymore. Sorry, I just don't really get it. Well, I mean, touching my scars is... Alright, so... I think I'll save these two actually for another video, so that way I can like split it up into different parts, and I think I'll go ahead and end it here for today. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have had, you know, a good time since then. You know, if there's anything you guys have, any questions you have, you know, feel free to put them down in the comments below, and I'll be able to answer those. And again, any suggestions, anything like that, please do put them in the comment section below. We can follow up in the future. I am really looking forward to seeing, you know, what we can do here. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. Last time I checked, we were 5 away. So if 5 of you are watching this video and haven't subscribed yet, you like the content, you like what you see, please do hit that subscribe button and let's go ahead and get to that goal. Once we get there, I think I'd like to do something for it. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. I know there's I have a Humble Bundle choice, Humble Bundle Classic choice. So there's a game coming out in the next bundle that seems like it'd be really interesting to play. And with my new computer, I think I would probably be able to let's play that. So I'm kind of thinking I might want to do a full playthrough of that game and see how it goes. I don't know the game in full, but it looks really interesting. So my next video again will be another Love at First Sight video, and then after that, I think we might get on to that new game. I might go ahead and do it early because you can do that with that, and we'll see exactly how that goes. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.